Well, good morning and welcome. We have something very, very special for everybody today. We have Helen and her spotted babies from Sweden. We also have with us Molly is here. Where Molly? Sit up and say hi to everybody. We have Molly with us, and we have Poppy and her beautiful puppies. So, Helen and Poppy and babies, welcome. We're so glad that you're here today.
Thank you so much. So are we.
So, this is our first time to do a combination type puppy cam. We are in Clarksville, Arkansas, and can you share with everyone where you are?
Yes, we are in Västerås, a quite big city in Sweden, quite near Stockholm, our capital of Sweden.
That is wonderful. So tell us a little bit about how long you have been raising Dalmatians.
Well, I got my first Dalmatian in 93, and well, she was a very nice girl. So I had some puppies from her in 1998, and that's when it all started with the puppies.
So you kind of got hooked.
I got
You
very hooked.
how puppies, I mean, you gotta love them. And the one thing that is really hard for me is I'm not there to hold those sweet babies, and I can't smell their puppy breath. That's one of
So,
my favorite things with puppies, or just being able to cuddle with them. So tell us a little bit, introduce us to Poppy, and that's the mama, and tell us a little bit about Poppy and how old she is, and what it's like for her to be a mom. Now, is this her first litter, or has she had other litters?
yes, Poppy is 4 years old in a few weeks, and this is her first litter. Uh, I wasn't planning on breeding her, but she thought otherwise. Yeah, so it's a choice all of her own with my own male, Ibra, as he's called, after a year. Poppy, who now decides to leave the nest, she is raised by me too. So she was born here in my house, and she's been here ever since. It's always hard letting the puppies go, of course, and she got to stay.
So, what made you, whenever Poppy was a little puppy, what made you decide to want to keep her? Because, as you said, it's hard. It's hard when you let those puppies go. So, what made you decide that she was the one that you wanted to keep?
Well, I did like her looks, and she's a kind of a special girl. She she does things that she wants to, and doesn't do things she doesn't want to. She has a mind of her own.
Don't most Dals do, don't they?
Yes, they do.
They
So,
sure do. So, has she been a really good mama?
oh, she's been a lovely mama. I couldn't have expected more from her, actually. She has
Aw.
been, she's have been feeding them well. She has plenty of milk for them. They are only four, but still, she cares very good for them. She's very careful when laying down. Sometimes mothers get a bit nervous and they tend to lay down on the puppies and they might hurt them. But Poppy, she never has done that. She has been such a good mama all the way.
Aw, that is so wonderful. Well, we actually have a video that we want to share. You sent a video to me, and I would love it if you would share with everyone that is watching, um, Poppy and her puppies. This is kind of a short story of their journey. Now, they are 3 weeks old today, you said. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so if you don't mind just walking us through this video that you sent us. Here we go.
Yes.
Okay, so there she is.
Yes. First a picture of the daddy, and then of the mama. And then when they're newly born, they are all white. You can see they are a little pinkish as well. And they, when 2 days, not no much spots either. And later on, at 4 days, still very white. You can see if they are liver spotted or black spotted, but you can't really see the spots coming on. Well, but around 8 days, around a week old, you can see the spots a little bit shining through the white fur. And again, the black spots are easier to spot than the liver ones. And well, we usually say that around 10 days the spots appear, but it's a process all the way along. So they get clearer and clearer, and you can also see more spots on their bodies.
And that's at 17 days. Wow,
Yes,
they're really starting to get mobile and move around that time, aren't they?
yes, they are. They have opened their eyes, and well, the last picture is from today,
I
this morning.
love that.
So there you can see uh, the spots will still appear a little bit clearer along the way, but now you can see about how they're going to look as when they're adult. They're going
So,
to get a little bit more spots, all of them.
so for everyone who may not be familiar with Dalmatians, would you mind sharing the difference between a liver spotted Dalmatian and a black spotted Dalmatian?
You can look at them a little bit closer, maybe. Come, girls. So, here when you see them side by side, it's quite easy to spot the difference.
Get it?
Liver,
Spot the difference?
yes.
You can almost tell by the nose, I've noticed, with the Dalmatian puppies. That's a good way to tell what color. Like the one that you're holding to your left is the liver spotted. It has a little brown nose and little brown spots. Aww, look at that.
Yes, it's the only liver one in this little. The other three are all black spotted. So here she is.
So precious. So
And
that's a boy.
yes, though the boy is, no, he's asleep over here. Here's the boy.
Hi, little one. Look, Molly. Oh my gosh, he almost has a little heart on his nose. A heart spot.
Oh,
Oh,
they are
hi.
just 8.
They just ate, so they're nice and happy.
Yeah.
Nice and happy. So, if you don't mind, that one right there that you have, can you share with
Well,
everyone what a patch is for those that might not know?
yeah, this here, as you can see, is all black, just like Molly's right ear. It's her right ear, right? And the actual difference between a big black spot and a patch is that they're born with this black patch. So that one you can see when they are born. As you could see, they are all white, but she was except this black ear. So that's how you can tell the difference.
Yes. So sweet. So sweet. So if you don't mind with sharing with everybody, um, share about, because I'm going to try to find a picture while you're doing this. Can you please share with everyone um, how you start to prepare getting ready for puppies?
Yes. Well, I do. First of all, the mama, she has to be prepared. She has to eat healthy food. She doesn't have to eat lots of food, but a good food. That's very important because if she's too fat, she won't be able to deliver the puppies in a safe way. You also get the puppy room organized. This first time I chose to have a kind of a kids pool to have the puppies in because I had seen some other breeders saying that that was a good idea to have. And it's good because the mama, as I described before, some mamas aren't careful enough, so they can sometimes lay on the puppies. But if they would do that in this pool, it's nice and soft and very safe for the puppies. So that's why I this time tried this pool, and it has been very, very good, I think. Poppy seems comfortable, the puppies love it. Poppy sometimes lays her head and rests up on here so she can sleep very comfortably. And even though she has been very careful, so I guess she would have taken care of these puppies everywhere. But that's some of the most important things. The mama has to be prepared, healthy, and also she has to be used to this, well, kind of litter box or pool as it is this time. So that's the main things to prepare. I also, when I know it's almost time for the puppies, I fill my car up with gas if I need to go to the vets. And I also have some, well, say, extra snacks for me if it's a long night with her whelping. And also some extra for the mama that I give her while during the birth. She's having some extra minced meat and egg yolks and things like that, calcium, to give her a little extra boost and strength.
So, how long is a Dalmatian pregnant for? How long does she carry the puppies?
For 63 days, or days and nights.
63 days. So, how do you know when you are going to be expecting puppies?
Well, I do, first of all, I can count from the mating, but also it can differ a few days, just like humans do. And that's when I see the signs. She's getting milk, and she's getting maybe a little bit anxious. I noticed on Poppy she wanted to lie in the pool. She was making the bed. I'm not sure about
Nesting. She was nesting.
Yes, she was nesting a lot, and so I saw, wow, now it's time within maybe 24 hours or so. So I realized that. So then after that, I did to get my helper. It's always nice to have a helper in company when you're like the bitch is delivering puppies.
Yes.
So that's what we did. So I had some company. But you can see when they're ready. You can also see them lying and shivering a bit. The temperature is going down about 24 hours before they start to live.
There we go. So it was interesting following you on Facebook because you knew exactly when those puppies were coming. You said it is going to be very soon. And then the next thing you know, puppy time.
Yes, I came from work Friday afternoon, quite early afternoon, but still. And she's going to have them within, say, 24 hours. So I had plans for I thought they weren't due until Tuesday, actually. But she was a bit early.
A bit
So,
early.
but yes,
So
but the
how
puppies were strong, big and strong, so they needed to get out.
how long did it take for them to be born? I'm sure a lot of the kids would love to know the answer to that question. Like, how many, was it hours? Was it minutes?
It took about 6, 7 hours, maybe.
Wow.
6.
Were they born during the day or at night?
Yes, during the afternoon, yes.
Well,
So
that's nice.
that was for once. That was nice. But actually, I have had quite a lot of my litters during the day. So that varies a bit. But
So I have a picture of Molly that I want to show everyone. I'm not sure how old she was in this photo, maybe 11 weeks or so, but there's Molly as a puppy. And one thing that's interesting about Molly, I think, is that she has a spot that looks like an eyebrow. Molly, you want to show everybody your eyebrow? Good girl. Right here. It's right here. And it's kind of interesting that it started to come in and all of a sudden, surprise, she has a spot that looks like an eyebrow. So that was kind of fun, wasn't it, Molly? And one thing about it, Helen, is you never know what your puppies are going to look like. Even for the first few months, it's kind of a surprise, isn't it? That's one of the neat things about Dalmatians, is it's a surprise, and it's a blessing to see they finally how they finally end up with all their spots, isn't it?
yes, it's really fascinating because you think, oh, here's some lovely spotting and it looks nice. And then it will suddenly, well, not suddenly, but it will become quite a lot darker or more spots. And I think that's a bit of the charm.
It
With them.
is a bit of the charm. Oh, look at that big yawn. It is, and it's very fun to watch as they develop. Some Dalmatians have, like you said, a lot of spots. I can see your patch there, your patch puppy. Looks like it's going to have a lot of spots, doesn't it?
And you can also see on her face, she's going
Mm,
to be almost dark, almost all black around the nose.
yes, a lot of spots. And that one also looks like a little eyebrow spot above the eye, just like Molly. You see that? Boys and girls, can you see that? Oh, that's so sweet. Now, the one puppy that just turned over on its side, it doesn't look like it has as many spots, but is it possible that it will start to get more?
Yes, I think she will get some more, but as you can see, she's has quite a lot of white in this area, but on the other side, it has a little bit more
A
spots.
little bit more spots.
Yes, so it will be fun to see if she gets them more spots in that area. She might get them anywhere else, but she'll probably get some more.
Oh my goodness. Look at that little yawn. Look at that, Molly. So, when do they start to develop their personalities? When do you see them really start to shine and about
Well,
what age does that happen?
it starts about now,
Uh-huh.
around 3 weeks, I think, because they eat more and more of the solid foods now.
Uh-huh.
And when they do, they show off the real personalities about food, for example. The little girl with the patched ear, the first time I showed them minced meat, she was all over the bowl. She was full on.
She was ready, huh? So
She was ready.
do they always
So from
huddle?
now on, a bit more. Sorry, I didn't get
No,
that.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, no, I don't remember what I was about to say, but
Do
it's
they
fun anyway.
do they always huddle together like that when they're sleeping? They do that to keep warm?
Yes, they do that to keep warm. Poppy actually, she just opened the door and went outside. But she's very lousy at closing the door. so so it gets a little bit cold in here now.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
so, but you can see they love lie. They can't. Uh, well, I don't know the wording now. Uh, they can't keep the temperature when they're really small. Now they can more and more, but still they have to be in quite a warm environment. So I
Yes.
do have radiator on in their room. I actually moved them out now, so we're in the living room where they have better windows and more lighting.
So when will so how long will Poppy continue to provide them with milk?
Well, that differs a little bit. Some mamas they go all the way until the babies are 8 weeks old and leave the nest, and when they move to the new owners. But some mothers, when the puppies get their teeth, well, it does hurt a little bit because the puppies aren't always that careful.
Yes.
They can bite quite hard. So at about from 4 weeks on, they feed them less. I would say.
Oh, they're really talking right now. They're so
Yeah.
cute. So when will are they starting to play now or will that come a little bit later?
Yes.
What do they play at this age or does that come a little bit later?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
At what age do they start to play with each other?
They have started a little bit already. They kind of bite each other, but they haven't started like playing with. I say they will soon start growling and biting and wagging their tails. They will do that any day now. So from now on, they start to interact more with each other, play
Aww.
more.
So tell us a little bit about, I see you have your Molly plush with you, and it went all the way to Sweden.
Yes, and it was my sister actually who bought it, and as a surprise for me, and she
Aw.
also as a surprise gift for her daughter, my niece. But then my niece saw them both, and she said, "No, they can't be separated. They have to be together because they're family." So she had to keep both of the mollies, but I had could borrow one for
You had to
today.
borrow one. It's so
Yeah.
cute and it's funny. It's about the size of the puppies.
Yes, it is.
So, if you would, did you happen to print out a copy of the activity book by any chance? A couple of pages?
Here it is in Sweden.
Wonderful. It and boys and girls and grown-ups, our new fire our Molly's activity book is now in Swedish thanks to Helen, and it is on the Keep Kids Fire Safe Foundation for a free download. So you could download that at no cost. We also have it in different languages, but I have asked Helen if she will read a little bit of the activity book. So if you could possibly show the page and read it at the same time, are you able to do that at the angle you're at?
Yes, I am. I have two copies even.
This is such a special treat for us. I am so excited about this.
Yeah. Well, now, can you see that?
Yes, that's where everybody puts their name and they put their emergency information so they
They
know.
namn, their name, address, adress, kind of the same word, telefonnummer, meaning telephone number. So these are quite easy to understand, right?
Yes.
Yes. And viktiga telefonnummer, that actually means important phone numbers. Sometimes you have to change the translation a little bit to to be to suit the text in Swedish. So police is the police. Räddningstjänst is the fire services. Föräldrar, that means your parents. Och arbete, that's work. So it was
Wonderful.
so was ready in Swedish.
So pick a fun page. Pick your favorite page out of there and if you can read a couple, that would be wonderful.
Well, let me see. Oh, this one, I think.
Oh, I like that one.
Yes. Kryp. Om du ser eller känner lukten av rök, ta dig ut och stanna kvar ute. That means in English, crawl or crawl low, I think you use the term. Low or smell smoke. Get out and stay out.
Get
And that's
out
really
and
important.
it is really important. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you're in the United States or in Sweden. It's important to know to get out and stay out, boys and girls, and don't ever, ever go back in if there's a fire. How about one more page? Can you pick another page that you like, Helen? Here, Molly.
Yes.
Molly, up. Come here. Look. Look at the puppies.
Choose this one. And this is brandmännen är dina vänner. De finns där för att hjälpa dig. Meaning the firefighters are your friends. They are there to help you.
Oh, I
It's
love.
also important to know, don't ever hide for the firefighters.
That's right. Don't ever, ever hide. Firefighters are your friends and they're there to help you. And we appreciate you so much translating that for us. And we hope that the boys and girls in Sweden enjoy that and are able to learn some fire safety tips, and hopefully that will help keep them safe. Now for everybody watching, we are getting ready for a question and answer time, so be thinking about your questions. Put them in the comments, make a comment, and we will answer your questions. So, Helen, I had one other thing. Oh, I know what it is. Would you mind sharing with everybody how Molly and the puppies are distantly related?
Oh yes, sure. I it was in quite a few years now, 11 years ago, I think, and I sold a puppy to a girl who moved to Texas, USA. And that dog, the female she had, was called Coco. And I used to have her brother, her little brother, Scotty, and my sister, whom I mentioned before, who bought the Molly plush for me. She also has a sister, Molly's great, no, Molly's grandmother. It is, I think. Yes, Molly's grandmother is from the same litter as my Scotty and my sister's dog Stella.
That's,
So
that's
so they are related now. Let me see. So they are, I would say, 2 seconds, two cousins.
2 times, once removed?
Yes, I think
Or 1
something.
time, twice, however you say that.
Yes, I'm not sure.
Yes, but they're related, and that is a wonderful, wonderful story. And I'm so glad that we found each other and we became friends. And even though we're in different countries, we um, we really have a lot in common, don't we?
Yes,
We
the
sure
love
do.
Dalmatians
The
and
love.
all wanting to keep kids safe. I'm a teacher, so I don't work exactly with safety, but still, I care for the kids in my school and other kids too, of course. So I think this is really, really important what you and what Molly does to help.
I'm very, very proud of Molly, and the and what I really love about Molly is that she enjoys teaching fire safety to the children, and she loves doing what she does. And to me, that makes her really special in the fact that she enjoys what she does. If she didn't enjoy it, she wouldn't be doing it. So she really has a good time trying to help keep kids safe, and she hopes and we hope that she's a good representative of the breed and also of the fire service. As somebody had asked the question, Maria had asked the question, how old is Molly? And Maria Molly is 7 years old. She will be 8 on July the 2nd. So her birthday is quickly coming up. And her little brother Boden, who is also related to Helen's puppies and to Molly, will be 5 years old in September. So they both have birthdays coming up. Let's see if we have any more questions here that we can answer. Oh, and Roxanne, our friend Roxanne Helen says, "Oh my gosh, how interesting that Molly's roots are from Sweden and connected to Helen." Oh, here's a question for you. This is from our friend Dave. How do you say firefighters and paramedics in Swedish?
It's kind of a tricky one because we say brandmän, meaning firemen. Since you have a word that translates well for both female and male firefighters, we have brandmän, only men since the old. But we use it for both men and or male and female firefighters.
Okay.
So
How about the word
and
paramedics?
paramedic, yes, sjukvårdare, sjukvårdare.
Kukvordara.
Yes.
Kukvordara. How do you say Dalmatian in Swedish?
We say dalmatiner.
Dalmatina.
Yes.
Dalmatina.
Yes. We have dalmatiner valpar, Dalmatian puppies. Dalmatiner valpar.
Dalmatina, I'm not very good with my languages, but that sounds a little like Italian almost.
Yes, I'm not sure what they say, but in German it's the same word. They have dalmatiner too.
Really?
Yes. So German and Swedish is not very far from each other, the languages, or the
Wow.
countries.
That is very, very interesting. Another question I'd love to ask is, what is the fire service like there in Sweden? Are there many fire stations in neighborhoods? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes. Well, we don't have lots of small fire stations, but rather in Västerås, which is I'm not sure, but about sixth biggest city in Sweden. We have one fire station, actually. Then we have, well, suburbs or what you can call it. We have one small fire station, but they are volunteers, so they that are not that's not their actual work.
Oh,
Or
okay.
yes,
Maybe someday, once this uh, quarantine and everything is all over with, self isolating and all that, maybe someday you could take a picture of a fire station that is close by where you live, and we would love to share it with everybody.
yes. I was actually talking to a friend of mine today. We were out with the dogs in the woods. In Sweden, we don't have that much of a quarantine as you do maybe in the US. So they say it's okay to meet outside. We don't get very close to each other when we walk the dogs and things like that. But actually, her father used to be a firefighter and just recently quit working. So, but she said, let's go to the fire station sometime and take some.
Oh.
So only today we were talking about it.
Well, if they would like to, first of all, they'd have to have, uh, if they have a wireless connection and would like to do this with us sometime, we would be honored. And I know there are a lot of boys and girls in the United States, as well as grown-ups, that would love to see a fire station from Sweden. That would be like an incredible an incredible thing. So maybe that's something we could think about in the future. I know I would love to see what type of gear that they wear. Um, see a fire truck. So maybe when things get back a little bit more back to normal, that's something that we can visit about in the future. I know that boys and girls here in the United States would love that. So we have another question here from Maria. She asks, "Do you visit schools with Molly and Boden?" Well, the answer is yes, we do. We travel all over the country. Molly and I travel about 25,000 miles each year across the United States. And oh, let me get the puppies back on there. Got to have the puppies. Oh, sorry about that. Let me figure this out here real quick. I'm still figuring out this program. Sorry, everybody. Okay, there we go. Um, we travel about 25,000 miles across the United States. Molly's been to, I think, probably 37 states in the United States. And for those of you watching in Sweden, uh, the United States has 50 states. So Molly's been to several of them. We also Skype with boys and girls. We Skype our fire safety program with boys and girls from across the world. She Skyped with children from 34 countries. And you know what, Helen? We do not have Sweden on our list of countries that we have Skyped with.
Well, I'd better go and talk to my colleagues then.
That's a
So
hint, hint.
maybe we can do something.
Oh, we would love that.
Yes.
We would love that. That would be so much fun. Oh, look at that. Look at
Yes.
that. One is getting up. Are you getting up, little one? Oh my gosh. Let's see. We have time for another question or two. If anybody would like to ask a question, now's a great time to ask the question. And um, let's see. I tell you what, Helen, if you don't mind, while we're waiting on a question, do you mind? I know they're sleeping, but I'd love to see another one up close. Can you help us out? I
Yes.
just want to hug it so bad. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. Look at
Boy,
that.
that's
Oh,
the head.
oh, hi, little one. Hi, little one. I'd also like to mention now that one has some spots on its paw underneath. Can you show that? Yes, look at that, boys and girls. Can you see that? Dalmatians have spots all over, don't they, Miss Helen?
Yes, and also, can you see them on the tail?
Yes.
Right there. Maybe it's too light, but
I see
he
a
has,
little one. Yes.
and one here.
Oh, look at that. Molly, look at that. Is that just not the cutest thing? Look at that, sweet baby.
And I have to show you what's walking around in my living room.
Hello there. In your
Hi.
living room? What?
Yes,
Oh my goodness. Hi there. Look at that. What kind of chicken is that?
that's an Australorp.
An Aus,
Australorp.
Aus
I think we call that about the same in English.
I
Uh,
also love to see your chicken photos that you have of your little chickens. Um, chicks. There we go. There's the word I'm looking for. How many chickens do you have?
well, about 20 or so, plus about 35 chicks for the moment.
Oh, that is so
Yes,
cool.
one little, just wait a second.
Oh goodness. I'm so excited. I love animals, don't you? Molly, we're gonna see some chicks maybe. I hear it.
Wait.
Look, Molly. Hi, little one. Hi. Oh my goodness, Helen. Oh, that is so sweet. What kind of chick is that?
That is a Wyandotte.
And
So
what?
the Wyandotte or a Wyandotte Bantam. So the breed is originally from the US, actually, the big Wyandottes. I think it's an Indian tribe that's called Wyandottes also.
Hi
So
from the United States. That is wonderful. Maybe when we post this video in the comments, you could post a picture of what that chick will look like when it's older. I would love to see that.
that,
In the United States, Helen, we have what's called hatch parties. Do you have hatch parties there in Sweden?
no, not sure what that is,
A
but
hatch party is when you go to someone's house and their eggs are getting ready to hatch, and
yes,
you have a little gathering with friends and you watch the chicks hatch. That's called a hatch party. I'd never been to one before, but our friend Emily had one. And so we were able to watch the little chicks hatch, which was I haven't seen since I was a real little girl, but it's a lot of fun when you do that with friends. This was, of course, before um, everything happened, that you had to self isolate. So I do want to mention that I wasn't at a party where it was
no,
during these times,
no.
but previously, and so it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun and very exciting. So um, maybe someday we could have a hatch party. You could whenever one of your eggs is getting ready to hatch, we could do this so people could see. That would be so much fun.
Yeah. It's also fascinating as you could seeing puppies being born, seeing chickens hatch. It's fantastic.
It
I
is
just love
it is wonderful, and I know you must really love it. And Molly and I, let me get her over here because we are going to wrap it up. We are actually here, Molly, up. We have several exciting things going on, boys and girls, several projects. Hi, Papi. Several projects that we are working on today, and we can't wait to get started on those. But we want to thank you, Helen and Papi and babies. Thank you so much for joining us today, all the way from Sweden. Molly, did we have a good time? Did we have a good time? Yes, we did. And thank you so much for welcoming us into your home and letting everybody share this with you. We hope we can do this again before they get too old and see if see how they've grown.
Yes, and see when they are playing a little bit,
Oh,
they are sleeping most of the days, but they since they grow so much so very fast, but soon they will start playing a little bit longer,
oh,
and that's so fun to watch.
oh! I would love to see that, wouldn't you, Molly? Wouldn't you, Molly? Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We hope you had a great time watching our puppy cam this morning. And Helen, thank you to you and Poppy for again for having us. And we hope that everybody out there stays safe and has a wonderful, wonderful day. So, from the United States and Sweden, thank
Yes,
you.
from Sweden.
And we hope everybody has a great day. Thanks so much, Helen.
Tack så mycket. Hej
Bye.
då. Hej,
Bye.
hej då.